Hey, welcome back to Brighter Rays. In this study, we're looking at the very end of Genesis chapter 49 in verses 28 through 33, and we're looking at the end of Jacob's life. So these last verses summarize the end of Jacob's life. Jacob blessed all of his sons according to what was suitable to them, it says. There were some rebukes, a reminder of the blessing of God, and so we see both. He was rebuking some of his sons, and he was saying, hey, God's going to bless you people. So Jacob then commands all his sons what he made Joseph swear to at the end of chapter 47, that he would be buried in the cave of Machpelah that Abraham had bought when Sarah had died. So he commands all of his sons at this point what he made Joseph swear to. Joseph took a solemn oath that he would do it, and then he says to all of his sons, this is what you have to do. So now he's got that taken care of. You will not bury me here in Egypt. You're going to bury me in Canaan, in the burial cave of the family. Now, after Jacob finishes his final instructions to his children, he drew up his feet, it says, into the bed, and he breathed his last and was gathered to his people. Now, did he die instantly? Probably not. But that was the last thing he needed to do. So the image is of him going, he's laying down, he's not going to get up again. This is the end. Now, once his earthly responsibility was done, he laid down and waited for his last breath to come. The phrase gathered to his people was said about Abraham, Isaac, and now it's said of Jacob too, and will one day be used of Aaron and Moses. These men of God, after death, went to the same place where God's people were waiting. And it's interesting if you think about it, because when you get to Jesus and he's talking about he's telling the story of the rich man and Lazarus. And who is Lazarus gathered to? When he dies, he is gathered by the angels and taken to Father Abraham. And so he's gathered to his people. Lazarus was gathered to his people, and Abraham was one of his people. Very cool. Of course, the rich man dies, and he's gathered to his people, which are all those who are in suffering and torment, which is definitely the warning there of the story. That you need to, you want to be gathered by the angels and go to Abraham's side, gathered to your people. Those are your people. So there's two different people groups too. Very interesting story. But here we see Jacob is gathered to his people. He's gathered to Abraham's side, where he is able to stay with Abraham forever. So that's the end of our story today, the end of our chapter for this week. Come back next time and we'll conclude our study.